health section, which is always a good thing to do in a bookstore because they catch you through the night if you haven't got booze or religion. But I went up and had a Starbucks and sat there and we signed some books and everything. And I appreciate you sitting here and waiting. It's always, you have no idea when you're appearing anywhere if there's going to be anybody there at all. You're always surprised, especially in the theater when they have to pay big money to come. You think, oh my God, what happens if no one's there? Then you get relieved that I won't have to do the show. And that's happened a few times, but I was right over here on Broadway, and I've made this run a lot because I did Chicago, as you mentioned. I did it twice, 6 months, the first run. They gave me 2 weeks of rehearsal, and I had an overzealous lady who was in the show with me, and there's a scene where you sit there, and she's supposed to bounce up and down, Joe. So good to see you, pal. I've been a long time. One of my old friends, Joe Franklin. So she's bouncing up and down on my knee, and she just completely, that was it. I busted the knee. And I'll never forget, it's in the book. I said, my knee's gone. I don't know what to do. And they said, stand there and we'll redo the whole show around you, and you don't move. Well, I had a whole act to go through. I just stood there. They thought, this is rather weird. The next day, I was to be operated on. The doctor said, can't operate on. It's too much of a problem here. He's got to go down the swelling. Then he said, the stand-in will go on. I said, the stand-in. I said, I've never met the stand-in. They call them understudies in theater. I said, I've never met the guy. So I couldn't help it. My ego was just enormous. I had to go and see if this guy was as good as I was. So the next night, I crept into the back of the theater, and it was in the back row, and I didn't know the fellow stand-in looked exactly like Sammy Davis Jr. He was about 5, 6, or 7. And I heard this lady in the back row stalking this other lady. And she said, well, I knew he was dark, but I didn't think he was that short. I swear that's true. And it just made me laugh. They didn't even change the billing or anything. I don't think anyone knew the difference. But anyway.